Hey guys, it's your boy V back with more March content, and I'm already late because somehow the English patch notes were about 15 to 20 minutes late than the Korean patch notes, and there we are. So let's just take a look at what we have for the upcoming update and let's see. So first of all, we got four new uniforms. Sentry uniform is, well, the original price is 30 to 150. It will be on 50% discount, so you will be able to get the uniform at 1625 crystals price, which is obviously not bad. I was thinking around 2000 on a 50% or a 40% discount, but that's still really good. 1625. I think everyone should get this uniform with the 15% off, 50% off, because the next time we'll have this discount will be during Black Friday, which is in November. Anyways, uniform effect, we have additional peers. I was thinking about the same. He was gonna get 5% extra peers, just like Null. Excluding bosses, ignore enemies damage decrease by 15%. So almost as if PvE and PvP sort of stuff, but anyways, we'll see about that. Leadership is changed slightly, I suppose. All attack increased by 30%, and the debuff, I think it was only debuff or 25% attack, so slight improvement. Tier 2 passive right now has 25% chain hit damage. Super armor and all defense increased by 50% and decrease basic damage received. So PvP passive on the tier 2 as well as some PvE value with the 25% chain hit damage. Then we have the first skill with burn stun. Second skill has ignore targeting, which is great. Bleed decrease recovery rate, removes active buff from target. Fracture paralyze. So he has fracture, paralyze, burn. We are missing silence as well right now. We'll see. So apart from that, we also have an 80% chance to penetrate basically everything, remove our debuff, 4 seconds to damage immunity, and some extra damage. So that's probably gonna be the important thing. The third skill right now has stun, incapacitation, paralyze. So he has paralyze, and that he just missing silence. We'll see about that. And it also has the 1% damage accumulation while attacking, which is good. The fourth skill, so he has silence, burn, and paralyze. All the three cancels. Maybe he could take over Ghost Rider for the Universal Hero ABX. We will see about that. Increases energy attack by 25% as well as barrier and some extra damage from the fourth skill. Fifth skill has bleed, decrease recovery rate, fear, incapacitation, paralyze again, recovery of 40% of max HP, and then we have invincibility for 6 seconds and a 50% all attack and defense frenzy buff. So looks pretty nice. He has silence, paralyze, and burn. As far as the Alliance Battle Legend cancels are confirmed, as we were thinking about the Universal Male Alliance Battle, he has fracture. He does in fact have fear. So fracture and fear he does have. He doesn't have shock. So probably Thor now with the uniform could be the best striker. So we'll see about that season. So looks pretty good. PvP and PvE wise doesn't look like a humongous increase. The second skill is the main, and obviously the buffs are pretty good. And he has the effect. Now coming back to combat supervillain Hulk. By the way, Sentry is a hero character with this uniform. That's how it is. Hulk becomes a villain again and stays a villain just like the older uniform. Combat supervillain. Will he be able to outthrone or dethrone? I should say outthrone. Is that even a word? Doctor Octopus for combat villain ABX. We will see. He's a hero, human combat villain. Okay, so uniform effect, the critical damage and critical rate, I think the uniform effect stays the same. Maybe they have changed slight on the chain hit damage. We will see. Tier 3 skill also has been changed. We'll see the new stuff that we have. He is still based HP. I don't like it. I never liked the fact that he was based on HP, but there he is. He still is HP based. So we still have the attack and defense and everything on the HP based. Leadership now is self 30% of HP increase as well as all defense increase by 24%. Really bad leadership. Super armor basic defense decrease by 30%. Increase all basic defenses by 30%. Sorry. Increase skill damage by 50% and 15% bonus damage. That's how it is. Plus 35% of basic damage received. So PvP passive. Then the 4-star passive, we have the HP. Whenever you go below 99%, 4% of HP recovery every second, and whenever you below 33% HP, you will recover 60% of your max HP. Now, first skill has snare, second skill has stun and snare. We have remove all debuffs as well. Third skill has ignore targeting now, so it's not anymore the fourth skill, just like the Immortal Hulk or whatever the uniform name is. And then we have this one. for the ignore targeting third skill, which has max HP 50% increase, burn, stun, incapacitation, 33% chance to penetrate. That's a pretty low chance, but we will see about that. We have also the accumulation based on HP. So again, 1% HP accumulation, 1% attack accumulation or damage accumulation with every 1% HP increase. So yeah, just based on the HP. Shock, silence, as well as on the fourth skill. Fifth skill has fracture, incapacitation, paralyze, all damage immunity for 5 seconds, as well as 100% proc. So fifth skill is where I'm kind of concerned and I'm interested about, because yes, it is still based on the HP, which I don't like, but he could be, if he is able to dethrone Dr. Octopus, it would be nice. If not, then probably a PvP uniform. Then we have Thor, All Father Reborn uniform. So Universal Superhero remains the tag. Then we have the uniform effect with 15% HP critical damage, crit chain hit damage, sorry, increase, 30% skill damage and bonus damage, as well as 30% damage received decrease, which is good. Ultimate skill is changed. It would be nice if it is a different ultimate skill than what we have before, but if they change the ultimate skill again, he might be the first character to have what 2 or 3 changes in tier 3 skill all of a sudden, which would be great. We will see. So we still have the invincibility, 35% proc for one attack. Also we have, it's a pretty low proc, but we'll see. 70% chance to penetrate all damage and barrier. Lightning damage 65, I think it remains the same. Ignore target dodge rate by 35%, another 25% lightning damage. So we do in fact have how much is that, 90% lightning damage only on the passive. Okay, great. Bleed, stun, some extra lightning damage on the first skill. Second skill is shock, paralyze. Okay, stun, barrier, and some extra damage on the third skill. Also V-pad, which is good. We have the V-pad on third skill instead of the second skill now. Bleed, shock, stun, recovery of 25% HP. He has the paralyze, increase all attack and defenses by 65% of frenzy buff, which is good. And the fifth skill has bleed, shock, silence. So he has silence, paralyze, but not burn, if I'm correct. And as far as alliance battle legend cancels are going, because we were thinking about if he can replace gladiator in the hero male alien day. For that, we only have shock, and I don't see fracture. I don't see whatever the second one was. Also, I think it was snare fracture. I don't see. If you guys, I've missed out, maybe not, but I don't see it. If you guys think I missed out on that, you can tell me. But only one cancel. I don't think is gonna be able to beat gladiator, but we will see. Now we have anti-men's uniform, universal supervillain, tag 875. I think he's gonna have the best animations. 60% of attack increase as the main leadership, as well as 30% HP. Amazing. Okay, this is how you rework a character. Critical damage increased by 30%, guaranteed critical rate by 30%, 35 and 30% skill damage and bonus damage. Passive, we have whenever you get hit, you recover 6% of max HP every 5 seconds. Plus you also get a barrier, one-time barrier for 2 seconds. It refreshes every 2 seconds, or every 5 seconds, I should say. First skill has stun, incapacitation, immunity for 5 seconds, as well as the damage taken accumulation. Okay, that's pretty nice. Well, I think the base look also has that. He has silence, paralyze on the second skill. Third skill has incapacitation, paralyze, as well as the 35% attack and defense frenzy buff. The fourth skill has paralyze, ignores immunity, can apply to bosses obviously. 100% chance to grant immunity for 6 seconds, and then again all attack 30% buff on the fourth skill. The fifth skill has ignore targeting. So okay, he could be really good in Alliance Conquest, maybe Otherworld Battle with this skill if he prioritize the skill. Obviously remove active buff from the target, silence, fracture, paralyze, basically defense down up to 50%, 35% of HP recovery, 6 seconds of invincibility, 30% of attack increase for 7 seconds. So really good skill. This is the skill that will decide if Anti-Man is gonna be the best or not, because well, if he prioritizes skill, he's gonna be really good. Sentry T4, we have light and darkness. So whenever striker skill is used, recovers 15% HP for 7 seconds. So it's gonna be 15% HP every second. So he's gonna be able to recover for 7 seconds over the time 7 seconds. He will recover 15% HP every single second. Now you get the following effect for 7 seconds as well. whenever any skills are used, you get your attack increase by 30%. It can go up to 60%. So honestly, not a huge deal. Honestly, like it doesn't look like a OP tier for passive. Just HP recovery, and basically it's sort of like, a weak Moon Knight passive that we have. Moon Knight has a much better HP recovery. Moon Knight has a much better attack when he came out. So doesn't look like an OP tier 4, but we will see. He's a native tier 3, so he has quite a big of the stats plus the universal category. So the skills will decide if he's gonna be meta for anything, or if he's gonna be amazing for anything or not. Because as I can see right now, he has the ignore targeting on second skill, but that's the only thing that I can think of as a PvP. But we will see. Anti-Men's tier 3, we have Antimatter Supernova. Man, love the name. Stun, silence, HT, 80% chance to penetrate everything basically, 10 seconds of invincibility, and 100% proc. Also, we get sort of like the Sharon Rogers accumulation passive, which accumulates a maximum of 200% of the damage that you have the effect on. Fandral, Volstagg, and Hogan, potential awakened transcendent. It will make them useful in Alliance Conquest. It will make them useful in Shadowlands as well. So really happy for them to be there. Doesn't matter. PvP content balance adjustment. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. The rate of additional pierce damage stat has been adjusted. So right now for timeline, before it was applying for 100% rate. Now in timeline battle, in Alliance Conquest, and in Otherworld battle, the pierce applied will be dropped down and will only apply 50% of the pierce in timeline battle, 50% in AC, and 70% in Otherworld battle. So just for example, if I have 25% pierce on my account on a character, that's only gonna be effective, or that's only gonna apply 12.5% pierce in timeline battle and Alliance Conquest when playing with that character. Certain characters with the collection bonus slash theme bonus have gone up to 35% pierce. You get 10% extra pierce. I think that's to adjust that and don't give those characters so much more precedence over others. I think that's for the balancing. I don't mind about that. It will probably just balance out the things for lower players who do not have the max spears. It will help them, I think, in a way. So it's a good change, I would say. The number of debuffed character selection on the Otherworld has been added. Before, it was only 3 heroes selected based on the first round, and a maximum of 6 heroes are maintained. Now 8 heroes are selected now, and after that 16 heroes in total can be debuffed. This is gonna be big. We only have 6 characters buffed each week for Otherworld battle. Insane. So then we have the following have been applied for Tamlin battle as well. I forgot to turn on this thing. Okay, let's see. So the following have been applied to Tamlin battle. At the start of the battle, the cooldown time penalty for the attacker's active skill 1 to 4 is reduced, and the defender is given a small penalty. Okay, the skill cooldown has been removed for both the attacker and the defender after tagging a hero, so you can have full skill cooldown when tagging to a hero. You don't have to run around a lot. Then the invincible time after tagging has been reduced. The attacker and defender's HP and defense stats have been adjusted to have more influence than before. So it's a good change. Before, it's really hard for a manual player or auto player, because your characters, all the skills are on like basically cooldown, and the defender always have all the skills available, so they can just one shot you. Now it's gonna be much easier for you, which is great. Whoa, come on, Avengers part 1. It's a part 1, so we're gonna have more Avengers theme coming. So we have a Avengers part 1 new team up collection slash theme, and it is gonna include Captain Marvel, Hulk, Iron Man, Black Widow, Thor, Spider-Man, Hawkeye, Captain Marvel, Vision, Ant-Man, and Wasp. So I'm not sure about the Wasp thing, but all the others are basically OG or very OG Avengers. I should say all of them. So yeah, Hulk is getting an update, this one. Thor is already meta for the Shock Alliance Battle Legend, and it's really very good already. Now he's getting another buff with this thing. Captain Marvel is an ABX meta right now, and she could be better now. Iron Man, well, could have used some, maybe a new uniform in the future could help even a bit. Captain America is going to be much better in PvP now, I suppose, and maybe if he gets a new uniform in the upcoming months, he could be really good. Black Widow, we have talked about Black Widow for a long time. She's still using the uniform she got before she received the tier 4, and she can still compete with Ghost Rider if you have a brilliant energy, CDB of energy on her for the Alliance Battle Extreme Striker. Now with this passive, Black Widow could be a straight winner against Ghost Rider with that theme. And Ghost Rider was having a precedence because of the theme. Now she might just be much better than Ghost Rider. I'll test it out maybe later on the line. Hawkeye, when he gets a tier 4, hopefully he gets useful. Ant-Man and Wasp, maybe make Wasp a bit more useful probably, and it's gonna be a pain in Alliance Conquest, but we will see. So yeah, good to see the Avengers theme added already. So I guess they will be adding a theme every 3 or so months, I suppose. Let's see. So you can see the reach tier 2. I think these characters are going to be much easier for us to get the upgrade and the buffs on, because they are Avengers, and all of the, like, all most of the characters are very OG and they came very early into the game, so most of the players should have them. Alliance battle improvement, new rewards have been added, collection tokens, GOTG theme tokens have been added. Great. So you can farm the GOTG collection bonus in this as well. Agents can now obtain the remaining rewards even with the record challenge if the score rewards list remained after completing the initial challenge. Rewards already obtained during the initial challenge cannot be obtained again. Okay, only applies to extreme legend mode. So I suppose if you don't have to get the reward only on first try. If you reach a certain point, say you reach 12 million and there is a reward for 15 million in ABX. If you only reach say 14.99 million and you miss the rewards, you can challenge a record, and once you hit 15 million even on that, you will still be able to get the 15 million reward, which is good. It's a good change. It's a great change actually. New artifact, we have Sentry's artifact, Light of the Sun. It gives you damage increase to supervillain types by 20% and the 5% of instinct, as well as increases your max HP for 20%, which is good. Really good passive. Then we have the Anti-Man paired Annihilation. Oh, Jean Grey. Damn, man. Awesome artifact. Then we have Robin Hood Fandral artifact. Ignore target dodge rate by 20%. Attack increase by 20%. And then we have Self. Attack increase and max HP for Volstagg. And for Hogan, we have the old Thanos artifact. One of the worst artifacts in game. Well, he's also trashy. So anyways, we have the new season pass where you can get some nice stuff here and there. And then we have the new special icon, Sentry Superman. Looks pretty cool. It looks like the second one looks like a Hogwarts, and this one it's a Captain Marvel icon if I'm not wrong, or someone else's icon with the gaming, like it's a console thing. So, and then we have the Anti-Man icon, which look immensely amazing. This is the new team up bonus, or I should say the uniform collection. All of them look amazing and I'm looking forward to that. And then we have the new improvement. The list of comparison rewards had been changed and improved. Sadly, the daily crystal remained the same, 25 crystals daily and 30. So the gold has been increased, basically doubled up the gold that we used to get before. And the 15 energy from missions is now 20 energy. But does it make a difference? Little bit, but I wish they would have just increased the daily crystals. I don't know. Anyways, the UI of the card collection has been improved. So now you can just enhance and registered card from here. You don't have to go in the collection after, every single time. It just saves you clicks. The balance of World Boss Conquer level has been improved. I don't think it just kind of, I don't know. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Inventory slots can be expanded up to 1200 instead of 1000. So you can do this. I've said this before as well. I think it's 50 crystals each time you buy 10 slots. So you can purchase 10 slots every month, use 50 crystals toward the inventory. It really helps you out a lot and will help you out in the later game as well. And they will probably introduce new materials that will take place. So please do that. Dormammu's HP in Giant Bros rate has been decreased. Okay, so it will be much easier for you to do the Giant Wars Rage Dormammu now for the materials. That's good. The sorting rule for the uniform has been improved. Doesn't really matter. Okay, we have some extra things. Game error fixes. Legend Black Swan with a hero lower than tier 4. Okay, that visual bug has been fixed. The new attack pattern of the boss Maximus not being showed properly in story. Okay, that's good. The red dot alert. Okay, it's fixed now. The 10 crystal reward for the recommended gold tier 4 character in Jocasta Need Help not being acquired. So that actually has been fixed. So minor bug fixes, good changes. Some of the stuff this kind of really ruined it for me, honestly. The update was going good. I really wish the daily crystals have been increased to maybe 30 daily and then like 40 or maybe 50 weekly, that would have been much better. But they decided to go with the gold and everything. It's good. I'm not saying it's not bad, like it's not good because it's a free thing, but kind of ruined the whole mood for me. The update was going good. Apart from the daily thing, I think the update is pretty good. All the character looks pretty fantastic. Sentry, looking forward to the changes as well as reviewing him in different content. Now looking forward to the Hulk as well because he's still based off HP, so I'm not sure if he will be able to beat Dr. Octopus in ABX, but I'll do the PvP and PvE review, probably both. We will see about that, but it's gonna be really hard to beat Dr. Octopus. Then we have new Thor and as well as we have Anti-Man tier 3, so I don't have any high hopes for this guy. But Thor, Hulk, and Sentry, looking forward to the patch whenever it arrives. It should arrive, I think, tomorrow. So stay tuned for the updates. Stay tuned for the upcoming news and upcoming content. It's gonna be fun and it's gonna be amazing. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you already have not done that. And as always, if you do enjoy the content, I hope to see you again. Take care. I'll see you all in the